Hi, my name is Lena and I'm purLZknitting. In this video, I will show you the slipped, lifted, right-leaning and left-leaning increase and how is it different from the regular lifted, right-leaning and left-leaning increase. Right now, I will show you this right here is the slipped, lifted, right-leaning increase. This right here, you can see the difference, this one and this one. This creates more of a widened stitch below. This is the regular lifted right-leaning increase. This is slipped, lifted, left-leaning increase. And this one is slipped, just regular lifted left-leaning increase. Okay, let's see what the difference is and take it step by step. Let's start with the lifted increase. For the right-leaning lifted increase, the first stitch on the left needle, we have to pick up the stitch below this first stitch and place it on the left needle, and then we knit it. Right now we're just knitting the stitches. And then we knit the second stitch, or the original stitch. That's what I would call it, the original stitch. Let's see how the slipped lifted increase looks like. We're doing the same movement. We're picking up the stitch one row below the first stitch on the left needle, and we place it on the left needle, knit it. So this part is the same. Then with the yarn at the back, we slip this stitch purlwise. My stitches are turned because of the way I purl, so don't pay attention. They just, all of them, they're turned. This is the right position. So you just slip it like that. And let's see the difference. So this one, the stitches are a little bit wider apart. This one creates almost a double stitch. They're very close together. And that's what creates this seamless, without that little widening and a little bump here, and almost invisible increase. Let's see what the left-leaning increase looks like and how to make it. Let's say usually the normal way to make the left-leaning lifted increase, we would knit the first stitch on the left needle, then we will pick up stitch 2 rows below the first stitch on the right needle, and we knit it. And this is the left-leaning increase, lifted left-leaning increase. Let's see what the slipped lifted left-leaning increase looks like. Instead of knitting this stitch, we are going to slip it. Again, the way I purl, my stitches are turned, so your stitches will be positioned this way, and you slip it purlwise with the yarn at the back. And then what you do is you pick up stitch 1 row below the first stitch on the right needle, and you knit it. And it creates the same thing. There is space between these two, this increase and the original stitch right here. You can see this is the increased stitch and this is the original stitch. The stem continues right here. That row. This is the main row. Here, this is the main row stitch or the original stitch, and this is increased, and it looks like double stitch with a short row. Purl increases. Let's start with right-leaning purl increase. The regular lifted increase, what we do is we work with the first stitch on the left needle. We insert the needle into the stitch below the first stitch in the needle and place it purlwise back to front. And you don't actually need to place it on the left needle. You can purl it from here. This is the way I purl. Or if you can handle it, just pull it through. If this is not enough stability for you, then yes, you would probably need to lift the stitch place it on the left needle and then purl it and purl the first stitch on the left needle. This is your normal regular lifted increase, purl increase. Let's see what it looks like when we work with the slipped lifted increase. The instructions are almost the same. We pick up the first stitch, we pick up the stitch from the row below from the first stitch on the left needle, we place it on the left needle, if I can only do that, and then we purl it. The next stitch, with the yarn in front, slip it. Continue purling. This is what it looks like on the right side, if this is the right side. And the same rule applies here. These two stitches, the regular lifted increase, they're slightly wider apart because we worked the original stitch. These two will be together, just like a short row double stitch. And you can see it right here. That little strand of the yarn that we had in front of the work binds them together. This one separates them right here. These are the two. For this, what we do is we purl the stitch and then pick up the stitch from 2 rows below, row 1, row 2, 2 rows below, and we purl that stitch. This is lifted, purl, increase, left leaning. Now let's do the slipped stitch. So in this, we do not purl this first stitch, we do not work it. We slip it with the yarn in front. And then with the left needle, from front to back, but purl-wise, we pick up the stitch from the row below, and we purl it. Again, because the yarn, there's a short float here, it binds these two stitches. And they look just like the right leaning. These two are close together, and these two you can even see where it's at, but this is right here. This is the increase right here. I've worked a couple of rows, so let's recap. These are the purl increases: regular lifted, lifted, slipped, lifted, right increase and right leaning increase, and then a left leaning increase and left leaning increase, left leaning lifted and left leaning slipped lifted. I think I prefer on the wrong side the regular lifted increases because they look more cohesive and obvious. You can even see them. Look at that. But you do see them on the right side. So if you work from the wrong side and make those increases, and this will be your right side, I would probably go for slipped. This is the slipped, this is regular. Slipped, sorry, regular. Slipped looks much better on the right side. Right there. This is regular. So compare them, slipped and regular. And this is slipped and this is regular. So on the right side, slipped, lifted increase looks much better. On the wrong side, I do not like how it looks. So now you've seen it, and you can tell the lifted ones create more bulk at the back, even done on the right side. So this is the wrong side of the work. You can tell basically where the slipped lifted increases are because we have that little float of the yarn, And these are, look, they're actually much better. So